Edochie failed to appear for his normal weekend meeting. Is it prayer meeting or preaching? He said he has a call and that he has to do the work of God. He failed to appear, and he wrote on his timeline that due to some unforeseen circumstances that is beyond his control, he will not be able to come out to teach. He will not be able to come out to preach. He will not be able to come out to pray. He said he needs to attend to these things. But when we sent out our birds, what our birds could gather about this was something that will shock you. Now, Edochie only pretended, of course, he said unforeseen circumstances. It is actually karma at work. It is actually payment for the debt that they hold. Do not forget that both of them ran down to Abuja with people's money. They thought that when they get there, Bola Ahmed Tinubu will spray money. They thought that they will be able to suck. They would talk that Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he is going to drop a lot of cash. He's going to give us a lot of money. Now, Edochie back then appeared in the last tribunal judgment that finalized the argument between opposition party, that is APC, PDP, and Labour Party. Now, since Edochie did not achieve what he wanted, he returned back to Enugu, and he came up with this Saul that became Paul, that on his way back from Abuja down to Enugu, he heard the voice of God. He came up with all of this, and he started this ministry. Now, the thing is this: all the property of Judy Austin has been set ablaze. It caught fire. It has been set ablaze due to the money that she holds. The money that she holds and that of Edochie. They hold a lot of money, and Edochie has been tracked. In fact, Sarah Martins came out to talk about this, saying some of these people that did not have the contact of Edochie, they started changing numbers and changing social media handles here and there. So they had to meet Sarah Martins, and Sarah Martins gave them that of the father. She does not have any more. She doesn't have any more. The new number that Judy Austin and Edochie have, apart from their old numbers. So she had to give them Edochie's number, like, hey, go meet the father of this dude. Go meet the father and talk to him about what happened. Well, the calamity that befell Edochie and Judy Austin is uncountable. In fact, some people have asked how Edochie is coping. Like, man, how are you coping with this, bad luck and constant here and there? How have you been able to stand your ground? How have you been able to push through? Is there something that you think you need to put together, like a man, something that you need to deal with? Because this that we are seeing is going to bring you to a point where you might not be able to rise up again. Now, you all see how karma works. Back then, Edochie and Judy Austin, they were so full of themselves. They will come up on social media, they will make videos, they were trying to mock May. In fact, when Kambele Chukwu passed away, quickly, this woman made a video, Judy Austin. She made a video, and in this video, she was thanking God. Now, let us assume that polygamy was going to work. Is that what you do when your first wife, the main first major wife, loses a son with the husband that you claim that you love? Is that what you're going to do? Is it possible? She came out on social media. She said she thanked God. God loves her. God has been faithful. God has been this. So she was saying all of these things like she was the original wife and me is the second wife. That is how she made it appear. She ended up throwing this information to us indirectly that they tried to attack the second child. But God in his mercy helped. Now, you guys know that the first child is the only one that you will find on social media. You will never find the second child. The face of that child is not seen. You will never find the face of that child publicly. Never, ever. You will never find. Never, ever. Now, we've talked about it, and I do not want to dwell on it because that child is innocent. That child didn't ask to be born into that family. So whatever health condition, we cannot be talking about that here. That's not a good thing. Children should be out of this. We want to deal with only adults here, not their child. So let us move on. Now, she did a lot of terrible things. She indirectly and directly abused, she cursed, she said certain things, she acted like she's praying while she's throwing out curses and all of that, whereas she's the one that has stepped on the toes of another woman. Now she thought that every of these things will work for her, like we will be the star. Who is she? She is not, Edochie had made her feel like she is the prettiest, like she's the best, she's the everything, that May is not good in anything. She doesn't, boost his ego, doesn't, cook well, does not do nothing good, all of that. She probably must have heard this from Edochie, because Sarah Martins confirmed these things, that if you hear what she told her about May, definitely she could not have cooked up this story without Edochie. You see, when Edochie and Judy Austin got together, Edochie probably will start with certain kind of remark and here and there and act in a certain way, first to discredit the wife so as to make it easier for his conscience to roll with Judy Austin. And when he did, finally, more stories will be cooked up. Back then, it was not announced publicly. They were just doing it secretly. Although, I will tell you again, certain people knew about it, but they didn't really see much about it, since their industry is always with that. You always find such kind of association there. So some of them would have like, okay, maybe it's happening, maybe it's not happening. Anyhow, until finally they announced it. They thought it was their luck that was going to shine. They thought that they were the ones who is going to make it. They thought they were going to make it like really big. They thought that they were so happy to say, imagine the endorsement from Lagapierre. Imagine this endorsement. Imagine that and that endorsement. They felt good. They looked into this, our world, and they said, this world is wicked. This world is a bad world. People will support us. We are the one. People will lambast her. That is the reason why Edochie announced this thing on social media rather than calling the wife to talk about it. His apology also was on social media because he knew that he goofed, but it is too late. There are certain things that cannot be repaired. They should just be disposed and crushed. And that exactly is what is happening. Like, no, this one cannot be repaired anymore. Karma is not yet done with them. No, not at all. Karma is not yet done with them. There is more that they will be experiencing. Drop your comment about this one. Like and share. See you guys in the next update.